Hello and welcome back to another episode of Live, Laugh Lily Kincade with your host, your girl, Lily Kincade. This is episode 11 of season 3. Time is flying by. I know I say this every week, but it is truly crazy. And today we're going to do a fun, short and sweet episode. If y'all have been following my vlogs, which if you're watching this on YouTube, you should definitely go watch my vlogs after. If you're on Spotify and you didn't know I had a YouTube, you definitely need to check that out. It's all linked down below. But I've been making vlogs, kind of documenting the journey as we enter this new year. I'm also about to be 25 in a couple weeks, which I don't know why birthdays can get so weird. And I've done episodes about, the birthday blues and different things, but I'm really excited because I'm playing my first full band show in Los Angeles, California. I'll put a little picture here. I'm so excited. I'm playing on March 4th, Wednesday, March 4th at 7 p.m. You should get your tickets. I will put them linked down below, but I'm so excited. But it's my first full band show, and getting this prepared has been so cool. And I've just been fixated on it, and I will continue to be every single day because I get to craft a whole show, and it's so different from the recording world. And am I nervous? Yes. But am I so excited and I'm made for this? 1000%. And so it's really cool to dive into this era. And as y'all know, this podcast is just kind of, I take whatever I'm going through and what you guys are going through, which you can always DM me if you have any requests. But I take what I'm going through and kind of share what I'm learning with y'all in real time, because music is such a long, that's my main thing. I love storytelling and sharing my experiences through music and hoping to connect with y'all, but it can be so long. Sometimes I write a song and it doesn't come out until 3 years later. So these podcasts are so fun because we get to chat in real time, and I love reading your guys' DMs and responding to your comments. So always do that. It's always me responding, by the way. But something I'm learning as I've been, preparing for this live show, it's almost like making a musical. It's kind of what I'm doing, like making a whole set, and I'm going to build all the designs, It's just so creative. I get to I'm going to try to make some custom outfits and bedazzle lots of things. But something I've realized is I've become obsessed, not in a bad way, but there's something magical that happens when you are going after your goals. And you can tell because I don't even know how to describe it, but you can tell because it's you almost feel like you're just lit up on fire, no matter if it's late, no matter what it is, it just feels like when you are truly following your purpose and what God created you uniquely to do, there's something magical that happens. And I think we're only going to find that if we dive in to exactly what our heart wants us to do. We can play it safe and play it small, but at a certain point, it's what is that getting us? What is that getting us? And so today I wanted to give some tips and just some things I'm currently learning, because the obsessed always win. And as I'm starting to see, I'm if you can find what you're good at and stay obsessed, and you know what, it is hard. It is hard because we have so many distractions. We have social media. We have just so much going around. But if you can use these tips, and I'm applying them to my life, because I'm I want to make this the best first live show ever. I only get to play one live full band debut show ever. So this is a historic, no pun intended, go stream Historic by Lily Kincade, historic moment. But this is what I'm learning and kind of tips I'm implementing in, because I'm obsessed with the gifts that God has called me to do in this show. And so I wanted to share with y'all. I have my little iPad to take notes on, so I don't have to hunch down on my computer. I'm prepared today. But you guys know we start every episode of this podcast off with a quote. Today is by the late great Kobe Bryant, and it is, "I was willing to do what most people weren't willing to do. That's why I won." We're going to repeat that one more time because that is a good quote. I was willing to do what most people weren't willing to do. That's why I won. And like I said, the title of this episode, the obsessed always win. The obsessed always win. Look at the people that inspire you, no matter the field, creative field, business field, anything. Look at the people that inspire you. Think about how obsessed they are, how dedicated they are to their craft, to their work. And, it's going to take that amount of dedication, but I believe in you. I'm going to dive into that dedication. You are, and we are going to achieve our goals together. So I want to give you 5 things that I am doing / learning right now as I get into my show era for the first time to stay obsessed, because the obsessed win, and we're going to win. We're going to win. Okay, let's dive into it. Tip number 1, pick one thing. You cannot be obsessed with everything. You can be good at everything, but you cannot be great at everything. And this is something I've realized, sometimes I have a tendency to want to control everything and to want to do everything, but I had to take a step back and be I want to be able to use my unique skills 110%. And if I'm trying to do everything because I'm scared that other people won't do it right, or I'm scared, I'm nervous, whatever it may be, whatever fear is holding me back, then I'm not able to give 110% to everything. I'm only giving like 60% to everything. So find what you're good at and pick one goal, pick one focus, whether it be like, I really want to make an album, or it could be like, I really want to get my art work in an art show, or I really want to open my business by January, not January. It literally, January just happened. I want to open my business by June. I was thinking summer. Something that you're obsessed with, whether it be like, I want to become the most in-demand manicurist. I want to become the best fashion stylist. I want to become a #1 best-selling author. Whatever it is, I want to sell a TV show. I want to sell a movie. I want to act in, I want to win an Oscar. Whatever it is, pick one obsession, because you cannot split your energy. You can do multiple things, but at the end of the day, if you could only do one thing, what would you do? The other things are good, and those should be other skills that you work on and cultivate, but you need to dedicate the majority of your energy to some project or something that you really are passionate about. And it could be something you only do on the weekends. If you're working your normal job during the week, then your weekends dedicate to these goals, because you can achieve them, okay? And something I've learned is you really need to be picky with who you are spending your time with. As I'm entering this performance era and touring, I want to be touring. I love the studio and I love writing songs, but I've never gotten to experience that other part of things besides playing, small shows here and there. And I'm ready to go on a tour because I want to meet you guys, and I'm dedicating myself to that. And let me just tell you, I'm very picky with who I spend time with because, I love what I do and I'm obsessed with it. And, unless it's somebody that is a real true friend or something I really want to do, I got to go home and rehearse after work. I got to go home and prep my outfit for the show, or you know what I mean? You just really it becomes really good because you just feel like you're using all of the gifts God gave you. But the key is, if you want to get really good at something, is you have to pick that one thing, and you have to be willing to ask for help. I have amazing band members, I have amazing producers, I have amazing other people that I'm allowing in on the journey. So don't try to do it alone. Okay. There's a saying, and it's what is it? If you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go together. And I think that just perfectly sums up rule number 1, which is pick one thing. Okay. Number 2, obsession. You have to schedule it. You cannot just be I'm just going to practice whenever. No, I realize this because you know what? We all are we go through bursts of energy, right? Same with when I'm writing a song, I'll have an idea and it'll be 6 hours. I don't leave the piano, or it'll be midnight and I stay up till 3 a.m. writing a song. But in reality, it's if we want to be really good at something, if we want to be great, motivation is going to come and go. And I always say do not allow motivation to be your scheduler, if that makes sense. Do not plan your life around motivation. Plan your life and take action, and motivation will come. Some days I'm I don't have any song ideas. I don't know what I'm going to say, but I sit down at my piano and I'm okay, well, for an hour, I'm just going to sit here. And eventually something comes out because I'm not waiting to write a song until inspiration or motivation strikes. I'm sitting down, giving myself the space to write a song, and then motivation comes. So when you are doing something, do not wait to feel inspired. Create a calendar. If you are working on a project, if you are working on a goal, work backwards, have your end date. Or for me, my show is March 4th, which if you're in Los Angeles, you have to come. You should. If you're not, don't worry. We're going to take lots of videos. You will be there in spirit, and just keep streaming, keep sharing, because then that way I can get the word out and I can open for somebody on tour and then go on my own tour and meet you guys. I'm telling you, we have a plan. But schedule everything into your calendar, whether that even be okay, today I'm just going to brainstorm ideas. Schedule it into your calendar. You're not crazy for having a goal. I don't know why it became cool to not try. No, you are not crazy for having a dream. Do you know what the odds of us being on this planet are? How crazy it is? If something with our gravity was a little decimal off, we would not be here. You are here for a reason and a purpose, and God has designed you just the way you are to give your gifts and to tell your story back to the world. So never be ashamed of that. Schedule things. Sometimes I used to feel weird, I feel weird, I have to tell them I have to go home and practice, they're going to think I'm weird. When I was younger growing up, I would always have piano lessons and piano rehearsals on Friday. And I always felt so insecure for telling people I couldn't hang out with them, or feeling I didn't have any plans with friends because I was going to practice. But now I'm so grateful for that. So don't feel ashamed. Focus, plan your time that you're going to dedicate to your goals. Okay. Tip number 3 is practice with intention. Dedicate everything. This is similar to tip number 2. Tip number 2 is you have to schedule things. Tip number 4 is you need to plan what you're scheduling, because I used to do this where I was I'm just gonna write songs, but I would just write songs. I would write a lot of songs, right? But I would never maybe I started a bunch. Every time I would write, I would start one instead of like sitting down and being like, okay, yesterday I created this chorus. Today I'm going to write the bridge, or today I'm going to do the harmonies, something where it's like it has a schedule. Like today in terms of like for my show, we're using my show as the example in my real life that's going on, that I'm being obsessed with right now. Today I'm going to go to some of my favorite vintage stores. I'm going to be vlogging, so that's another shout out to my YouTube vlog. But I'm going to my favorite vintage stores to get outfit inspo, see what pieces I'm kind of seeing. I like, whenever I get inspo for a show, it's kind of similar to like, you know, when you're listening to something or reading a book and you like envision it. Like I listen to my music and I like envision it and I get visions of things. I know it sounds crazy, but trust the process. But that's what I'm doing today. And then I'm going to go scope out the venue that I'm playing at. I'm going to go, they have live music every night in different shows. So I'm going to go to a show today and scope out the venue and be like, ooh, does the vibe of it inspire anything in me? Is there an area where I could put like, I don't know, like a cool video screen or something, or like, I don't know. I'm intentional with how I'm spending my day. So that is today. So I want you to be intentional with your schedule. So once you have a goal, tip number 1, have your goal, dedicate it, pick it. Number 2 is like schedule in how you're going to work on that. Number 3 is be intentional about what you're doing each and every time you schedule time for that, because, you know, you can do something and you can do it every day. It's like kind of going to the gym, you know, if you go to the gym every day, that's great. Like you're going to be healthy, but think about how much further along you would get in your goals if every single day you're like, today's leg day, today's arm day, today I'm just doing cardio. Because think about all the time, if you don't have a plan, you spend walking around the gym, looking at your phone. Oh, what workout should I do today? You end up wasting a lot of time. And like, even though you're still going to get to your goal, it's going to take a lot longer if you're not intentional. So be intentional. Okay. We have 2 more tips for y'all today. I told you this episode was like short and sweet, but a good one. Next tip is get rid of the distractions. Get rid of the distractions as much as you can. This is a hard one for me. I'm addicted to my phone. I'm saying it. I'm addicted to my phone. Mainly because I love it. It's hard when it's something that like, it's such a great tool and it inspires me. But when I am working on my goals, you have got to eliminate as many distractions as possible. Do not disturb is a great feature, as well as airplane mode. I always say like, people are like, oh, I don't want to have airplane mode on. What if there's an emergency? Like my text messages will still come through my computer, but for some reason it's a lot easier. It's a lot harder to get distracted if I'm like just responding to a text on my computer versus on my phone, because then I'm texting and then I get a notification for something else and then it's been like 2 hours and I'm like, oh my gosh, I just got trapped into a doom scrolling, you know? So be very careful with your distractions. Sometimes I'll write in here, and even if I have my computer to record or if I have like just a pen and paper, you know, sometimes we like to do it retro, vintage, old school. I will put my phone like in the kitchen. I'll put my phone in the car. Like try to eliminate distractions so that way you don't have to like fight them. Eliminate distractions. Sometimes, you know, that may be, I don't want the distractions of wearing, I know this sounds crazy, but sometimes when I'm writing, I want to be cozy. And if I have like a outfit on that's really tight, or if I have a lot of makeup on, I'm like, this is distracting me. Sometimes I'll like take off my makeup and put on pajamas and write. Sounds crazy, but eliminate distractions. And this also goes to like, you know, friends and things and going out a lot. I have a lot of episodes about friendship, and if that's something you want me to discuss more, I'd be happy to do so. So let me know. But I always say, you know, be very intentional about who you're spending your time with, because you do become whoever you spend your time with. Our parents were always right for telling us that. And it's like, show me your friends and I'll show you your future. So be very diligent. And when you are more intentional with your time, I'm telling you this, it sounds backwards, but you actually grow deeper friendships because you don't see them all the time. But when you do see them, you actually are intentional about creating these bonds. So, you know, yeah, it's just something to think about. And distractions are everywhere and they're going to come up. So that's going to happen. You know, things are going to happen out of the blue. Emergencies are going to happen. Emotional things are going to happen to us. Maybe you go through a breakup and it's like, well, now this is a big distraction. I have this big show, but you know what? The show must go on. And so all we can do is try to prepare and eliminate as many distractions as we can. So then that way, when life does happen to us or things do distract us emotionally, you know, it's not going to hit us as hard because we've been focused the majority of the rest of the time, you know? And then tip number 5 is you have to start acting like the person you want to be. You cannot still continue to have your old habits and think that you are going to win, that you are going to get this goal. If you want to be the number 1 basketball player in the world, you need to like act like the number 1 basketball player in the world. If you want to be the number 1 singer, you have to act like the number 1 singer. If you want to be a best-selling author, you need to act like a best-selling author. And what do best-selling authors do? They dedicate their craft to their books. They write their pages every single day. They are focused on their goals. They are driven. They are not just talking about it. They're actually doing it. And so you need to start acting like the person you are becoming. Don't ever belittle your dreams or belittle your ability because of insecurity. You know, you are here for a reason. Never doubt that, okay? Never doubt that. I get it's scary because most people do not follow their goals, and so they stay stuck in this fear mindset. But keep going, okay? Keep going and start acting like the person you want to be. I walk around and I literally am like, you know what? Insecurity could get to me, but you know what? No, I am here and I'm going to be traveling and performing arena shows in sold out cities all over. I was going to say the country, but then I was like, you know what? No, all over the world. And so I'm going to take it seriously. I'm going to practice every single day, even though it's only 10 songs, even though it's only 12 songs, even though I only have 3 songs or something, no matter what it is. Remember that you are here for a reason and act like it. Something that is helpful is outside in. Put on a fancy outfit. You know, if you want to be, I want to have my own doctor's practice, or I want to be the top surgeon in a state, wear scrubs. Like start doing things to get to that. You know, if you want to be the best-selling author, like I am all for photoshopping pictures and making them vision boards. I've done that with a bunch of my songs. I've put them on like the Billboard chart. I've photoshopped my name onto a Grammy and I set it as my phone background, or I print it off and I put it by my mirror. So every time I'm doing my skincare, every time I'm doing my makeup, I'm reminded of that, because you know what? We have the power to create and to become anything we put our minds to. And so never let insecurity or doubt stop you. Stay obsessed, stay focused, stay consistent, stay undistracted as possible, and lock in. And I believe in you. I know it may be difficult, but if you really can dedicate yourself, if you dedicate this next 30 days to one thing, the growth that you are going to see at the end of February from now will be amazing. And I'm excited to hear about what you're going to do. My goal is I'm going to become the best live performer that I can be and start practicing, and you're going to see the growth, because March 4th I have a show in LA, and if you can't come, there's going to be lots of videos, okay? So I promise to share them with you. But that was today's episode. The obsessed always win. Get obsessed. Stay obsessed. I love y'all so much, and I can't wait to hear what you think about this episode. You can always DM me on Instagram and comment below, all of the things. I love y'all, and we're going to end this episode saying our affirmation like we always do. Ready? Today is a wonderful day. I'm confident because I am a problem solver. I always have options because I choose to be optimistic. Today I will learn something new, laugh, and make a difference in someone else's life. Love y'all so much, and I will see you in the next episode. Also, too, I'm wearing, shout out to some Lily Kincade merch. I'm wearing the Mr. Hollywood sweatshirt. It's so cozy. You should definitely go get one on my merch store. I also blog. You guys, I just love it. I love it. But I love the Mr. Hollywood merch. I'm working on some new merch designs too. Fun little sneak peek fact. But love y'all so much, and I will see you in the next episode.